everyone, I'm Gabriela Fresquez and welcome to Long Beach Connect, the show that connects you to everything going on in our city. We're here at the new Civic Center, so let's get started. As you may have heard, on Monday, July 29th, our new Civic Center Plaza officially opened. Hundreds of community members and city workers were on hand to raise the flags for the first time. Take a look.
On Monday, July 29th, the flags at the entrance to the new Long Beach Civic Center Plaza were raised in front of a huge crowd that gathered to celebrate the official opening.
Welcome to your Civic Center and for being with us here today for a truly historic and momentous occasion for our city. We are not just celebrating the opening of buildings today. We are celebrating inspiration, we're celebrating thinking about the future, and we're celebrating years of hard work and vision. This Civic Center is a new home for democracy in Long Beach.
This is just so exciting. It's so great to have a new Civic Center that considers the environment by being sustainable in its practices. And it's an open and welcoming space where we can feel like we belong and that we're able to be part of the community and the city.
I love the glass on the first floor. It kind of really signifies for me that there's transparency, there's opportunity, there's openness. So I really like the design. There's some beautiful art as well here, and so it's great for the people to be able to, just kind of interact with that.
Being a lifelong resident, I've seen the heyday of the building to my left, the old City Hall now, and I'm welcome the new City Hall. And I've seen the sweat equity that went into it, and I think it's wonderful.
Throughout the evening, people toured the complex, which includes a new City Hall, an administration building for the Port of Long Beach, a new civic chamber which will hold meetings for City Council and the Harbor Commission. There will also be a revitalized Lincoln Park and new main library, which is set to open in late September.
There were 6,000 union jobs created as a result of this project. That was 1.6 million work hours to help construct these beautiful facilities. And we have a very green facility. So the solar arrays that were built generate 930 kilowatts of power. That's enough to charge everyone's cell phone in this audience for a year.
The new buildings are not only beautiful, but were also built to meet the highest environmental standards and provide a space for our community together. For the Harbor Department, coming back downtown near the waterfront was another reason to celebrate.
As you see here, many people are celebrating this grand occasion here on Ocean Avenue, and it really is a culmination of the partnership between the port and the city in making this vibrant downtown Long Beach.
As the sun set, the plaza was alive with community members enjoying each other's company, seeing the new facilities, and taking photographs. Truly a special night that will be long remembered as Long Beach continues its journey as one of the best cities to live, work, and play.
It was a great event and so fun to see so many people taking tours of the new buildings, especially the new meeting chambers, where there was a video playing on screen that showed all of the previous city halls and how they've changed over the decades. Check it out. Long Beach has definitely evolved over the years, but the best news is that this commitment to building the best community citywide for all continues. Recently, we had another grand opening, this one at Stearns Park. Here's a short video recap.
The Stearns Champions Park Community Center has been a fixture of the 4th District since 1976, a 43-year run that nearly came to an end. Dry rot and termite damage were causing water leaks in the roof, requiring the center to close and creating a need for an immediate solution.
At a point, we thought that maybe this building would have to close. It was red tagged.
City Measure A was that answer, providing the majority of the more than $1.4 million in funding to completely rehab the centerpiece of one of the city's busiest parks. The doors of the community center are once again open for Long Beach residents.
They told me about this my first week in office in April 2015. They said, hey, we have some serious problems with the Stearns Park Community Center roof. So at that point, we actually started putting a fundraising effort together. We used our council office funds. Thankfully, Measure A came in, picked up the tab on that, and those funds were actually used at a later date to help save community hospitals. So that's a nice little tie-in for 4th District projects here.
If it wasn't for City Measure A, we probably would still be waiting for competitive grants to assemble money, because not all cities have this type of leadership of being able to assemble local resources to invest.
The repairs included adding a new steel support structure to the existing beams, complete waterproofing measures along the roof and exterior paneling, ADA and energy efficiency upgrades, new tile and vinyl floors, and more.
It's a great park and it's centrally located. We can't be any more happier that we did this very worthwhile investment.
For more information on this and other parks around our city, please visit longbeach.gov/park.
There's no doubt that Long Beach is definitely on the move. But if you've ever wondered how the city budget works and how you can be involved in the yearly process, here's a short explanation.
Every day in Long Beach, all 470,000 of us are regularly utilizing city services. As a full-service city, our employees make sure our streets are safe, trash is picked up, new construction gets permitted, our water is safe to drink, our parks are maintained, and our airport and port are world-class. As the 7th largest city in California, Long Beach is a vibrant, multi-award-winning, and innovative city whose budget must support various world-class amenities and the diverse needs of our community. Our city's financial policies require a structurally balanced budget every year, which means we can only fund ongoing services that we have ongoing revenue or income to pay for, just like our home budgets. So, what goes into the Long Beach budget? The city's entire all-funds budget is approximately $3 billion a year. This total is divided into two key portions, one for restricted funds and the other for non-restricted funds. A majority of the city's funds are restricted by law for the purpose of a particular operation, such as providing for port operations, the airport, water and sewer services, refuse, gas utility, housing, and public health services, among others. As a result of all the restrictions on how most city funds can be spent, when we typically talk about the budget, we're only talking about the 20% that is the unrestricted general fund, or approximately $500 million per year. And this is the portion that funds all the services we typically think of, like police, fire, parks, and library services. Roughly 69% of the money in the general fund comes from taxes, including sales and property taxes. The other 31% comes from charges for services, franchise fees, permits, and fines. When you buy groceries, go shopping, and fill up your car with gas, there's sales tax. While most of the money or revenue collected goes to the state, county, and schools, Long Beach has traditionally received 10% of this revenue. And with voter-approved Measure A, it has gone up to 20%. The other major revenue source is the property tax that all home and building owners pay annually. Long Beach receives only 21% of what is paid in property tax, with the rest going to the state, county, and schools. Remember, the budget is a planning document, and since general fund dollars are not restricted, funding can be moved to the highest priority services during the budget process. So, how is the general fund money allocated? Approximately 70% of our general fund services are spent on public safety, including police, fire, and emergency preparedness services. The remaining funding supports things like public works, parks, and library services. As you can imagine, balancing the budget is no easy task, since we must make sure we don't spend more money than we have. This can get tricky because revenues from the city tend to grow slower than inflation and are very sensitive to the larger global economy. City Council votes on the budget every fiscal year, but the plan for how those funds are spent is heavily influenced by your ongoing input. As residents and business owners, your conversations with your elected officials and interactions with city staff play a significant and critical role in determining city's needs and priorities. So please, take the time and join the conversation at any of our community meetings, including our community budget meetings. A full list can be found online.
Before we close, please remember that summer isn't really over. In fact, some of our hottest days may still be ahead before fall weather truly kicks in. Throughout the world, the climate is changing, and here in Long Beach, that's also true. That's why the city is developing the Clean Air Action Plan to help everyone be better prepared. Take a look at this next video that talks about extreme heat.
Sunny days can be great, but can also be miserable when they get extremely hot. You know, those days when you can't cool off, plants wilt, and there's the danger of blackouts because so much electricity is being used by fans and air conditioners, not to mention people getting sick, and some even dying from heat stroke. In the past, here in Long Beach, we typically had about 4 of those extreme heat days a year. Days when the temperature is 95 degrees or more and a red flag heat warning is issued. This is becoming a big public health issue because the number of days of extreme heat in Long Beach are growing due to climate change. In fact, scientists say that by 2050, right here in Long Beach, there will be 4 times as many of those days, going from 4 to 16, and then by 2100 to 37. This is a big problem, not just for us, but also for future generations. But the good news is that we can do something about it. The city's Climate Action and Adaptation Plan, or CAAP, is helping us prepare for these extreme heat days so we can stay safe and healthy by developing and implementing new strategies to reduce greenhouse gases, which are one of the key causes of climate change. And you can help too. First, simply reduce your energy use. There's lots of ways to do this: walking, biking, taking the bus, or carpooling instead of driving alone, and also turning off the lights when you're not using them. The other way you can help is by being prepared. So find out where your closest cooling center is and be ready to help family and friends. There's lots you can do, so please join us.
As usual, there's always something happening in Long Beach. While this show, Long Beach Connect, is one way to stay informed, there are also many more. Here's a few. You can connect with the City of Long Beach over social media on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also stay connected by heading directly to the city's website at longbeach.gov. And don't forget to check out LBTV, your award-winning local news and information station on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Frontier Fios Channel 21, AT&T Uverse Channel 99, and online at lbtv3.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with more ways to keep you connected to Long Beach. I'm Gabriela Fresquez, and we'll see you next time.